Hello, everyone. Not Crystal Fisher here. It is your friendly neighborhood ISGP podcast host, Amelia Cuckoo, and I'm joined today by the one and only my cat Coco, but also
Hello, Coco.
joined by Crystal Fisher. Hello, Crystal Fisher.
Hello, Crystal Fisher here, and hello, Coco, and hello, Amelia. We're here today on a beautiful. Is it a Wednesday night? The time it drops will probably be Thursday, but it's a Wednesday night here. It's the day before Dynamite.
Yes, very important Dynamite. And in Dynamite, there's only wrestlers that we care about. There's no one
That's
else.
right.
We love
That's
everyone on
right.
Dynamite.
Yep.
But more importantly, we love everyone who has signed up to join us for the upcoming tournament. Now, what is the upcoming tournament, Crystal Fisher?
Hmm. What is it? Spyro Speedruns Cup. Oh, Spyro Speedruns
What?
Cup.
What was that?
Spyro Speedruns Cup 2023.
Oh my God, Spyro Speedruns Cup. And how many people have we had sign up for Spyro Speedruns Cup 2023?
What's 3 plus 2? 32.
21.
32 entrants. 32 entrants. 3 plus 2 equals 32. You put the 3 there, you put the 2 there. It's not 5. Yes, we've had 32 entrants. And guess what? All
What?
32 people got accepted. So it was a 100% acceptance rate, which is
Oh,
incredible because it's like never happened ever. So yeah, pretty much everyone that signed up, literally everyone that signed up, got in because we want you, and also we didn't want to do it with any less because 32 is a perfect amount for this. It makes 8 groups of 4. It's the perfect kind of thing for like a nice small round 1.
groups.
Yeah, first time ever with. I think it is the first time ever with 8 groups. I think. Yeah, I think when we did 2021, I think it was I think it was 6 groups maybe. I think Super Crash League was 5 or 6. So yeah, never 8 groups. There's very much like a an IAS style tournament in terms of the first round, but that's good because that's going to make the next round, the round after this, even more competitive. So very, very exciting.
That is very exciting. Why did we settle on 8? Why didn't we have less groups, more people in them?
Because that just makes it too long. It extends it double the length. So if we have 4 groups of 8, it
Hmm.
would basically make round one, 8 weeks.
Hmm.
Whereas if we have, 8 groups of 4, it makes it a little bit more competitive, a little bit more, no second chances type thing, and it basically cuts down the round by roughly half. So I think that's good. It makes it, a bit more. You only got 3 races in the first round, which means you really ideally want to win 2 out of your 3 races. Otherwise, you could be in trouble. So
Surely no excuses. Not many
yeah,
races. So you don't need that much time to do them.
no,
Does that
no.
mean if we have more groups, are there any rules changes compared to other tournaments, or the rules the same, slightly
The
different?
rules, well, the rules are basically the same. Of course, the big difference is this time is that Angus and I decided that how about we allow every Spyro game to be played. Let's bring into the Dragonfly finally, so Wally can finally get his hands on that. Let's bring in Legend of Spyro, so Garion can play Legend of Spyro. Let's bring in Hero's Tale, Shadow Legacy, Season of Ice Flame, Attack of the Rhinox. Even Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, or even Reignited, provided that you are using the same version of the game. Because obviously, when it comes to loading times and stuff like that, PS1 very consistent. Except for some EPSX have some slight difference, but with games like Reignited, so if you're comparing like an SSD load to a PS4,
Hmm.
you need to make sure that you're across that with your opponent. So because of these games are on different consoles, make sure you coordinate it with your opponent. And if there is going to be a discrepancy, it's agreed upon. um but yeah, other than that, nothing much really changes. The only other change actually is that we will have it that round one will have 15-minute. Round one is the minimum, not 10 this time. 15 minutes and maximum 1 hour. So, given plenty of time again, as usual, but we wanted to make sure it wasn't 10, just to give people a little bit more time to kind of have a proper run. So yeah, if you're doing time limit runs, something between 30, 45 is like the perfect time, I think. And then if you think that a run is too short, on the 10 to 15, just add something to it. just to make sure that you're keeping within the time limit, really.
And what's our stance on draws? Very importantly.
So draws. I'm just trying to think I'm trying to think what we did last time. Whether we had that, we had draws with Spyro Speedruns Cup 2021. Did we have draws? I can't remember if we did. I feel like
I've
we
come
didn't.
across a couple of draws myself, and I found they've never gone my way. So that is why I would like them established before we continue. So I
Yeah,
know if I can do them.
I would say that we will not have draws. We'll only have a winner or a loser. I think that when it comes down to like if it's like less than 5 frames between, I think that the competitors can decide whether they think it's worth having that. Um, excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Um, yeah, so if yeah, I think if you have to discuss it with someone, like if it is like 5 frames or under, I think that if both can agree. If not, you have to come to us and we'll decide on a case by case basis. But I say never, but that has happened before, including the last Spider Sprints Cup. So yeah, I think realistically we want to make sure we have a winner and a loser. If we have to redo a race, we have to redo a race.
I
So
do challenge someone to try and get closer frames than me and Vitus.
it
I
is,
don't
yeah.
think it's possible.
There's 2 frames
Good
or
luck.
three, 2 or 3, or maybe even one. I think it might have been
I reckon
one.
it was very, very small, but that just
Yeah,
makes it more
yeah, it's
iconic.
tiny. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's crazy.
should we get rocking and roll and give the people what they want?
Yes.
I've got an actual important question. The names of these groups, are they finally named after F1 related teams?
Well, the funny thing is that if you were to look at the first group, you'd be like, oh, it is motorsport related. It's not F1, but it's a guy that's trying to get into F1. It's a legendary family, and then as you go on, you realize that
It
well,
actually is wrestling.
no, there is no particular B word racing team in IndyCar or F1 or NASCAR. And it's a shame. There should be. There really should be.
Team
We'll get to it
Bonotto.
in a sec. Yeah. Well, yeah, Bonotto. Yeah, you go Bonotto. What would be C theoretically?
Um,
Castrol,
yeah. Team Charles.
Charles. Yeah.
Team
D.
Charles.
All right. These are better though. These are better
Team
than
Alpha,
F1 ones.
Team Latifi. Let's go.
Yeah. We don't get up to Team L. We do get up to H, which is perfect. But yeah, we have 8 groups here, and of course, I think I will start off with Group Andretti. That's right,
Ah,
named after not
Mr.
Mario,
Andretti.
Action Andretti from AEW, the legend himself. I love
Incorrect.
this guy. I love this guy. I will not hear anyone talk shit about him. I think he's great. I think he does cool flips, does cool moves, and he looks cool. And Taylor King is an absolute wanker for shitting on him, despite this guy, right? This Perth wrestler, right? I'm just going to quick tangent. We got into it on Twitter because he was criticizing this spot that he did, and basically like was going on this tangent about how it's like athletics and it's like bullshit and not worthy in the wrestling industry. And so I kind of kindly pointed out, like, you're a trainer, you're a coach, you shouldn't be having this mentality. And then he like went ballistic at me and called me all these names and stuff like that and tried to get me fired from RCW. And it didn't go anywhere, of course, because no one in RCW cares. But anyway, so yes, shout out to that guy. I heard he had a very unsuccessful tour of America, so congratulations. Anyway, we have Charity Royale. Speaking of champions, I mean, that'd be a sarcastic champion with Taylor King, but a real champion, Charity Royale, the winner of ISGP 3. So we thought we could put him there front and center right at the start. A Gork,
He's your crown king.
he is the
Oh,
Crown King, a non-Taylor King.
Gork.
We have Amelia Kuckle. I don't know who that
It's
is. There's someone
me.
somewhere.
Coco is me.
And that'll be the third time that you face a Gork.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Third
So we
time's a
thought,
charm.
what's have is it 1-1 or is he 1-2?
I'm sure he's beat me both times.
Yeah, I feel like one of them was definitely close. And finally, rounding out this group, Garth
Ah,
Vader.
Big G.
That's very exciting to see Big G. This is a really good group. It sets the pace well. Sets the pace fast like Andretti. I think that very, very good group. I'm looking forward to this one. I think so. what we have is that the way we sorted the teams, that we had sort of like the people that were sort of seeded, sort of unofficially seeded winners, champions, that kind of stuff, past history. They're at the top, right? We've put them there, and then it sort of crescendos down to 2, 3, 4. The second one sort of fairly obvious, and then third and fourth kind of blend slash unknown. We don't really know. Yeah,
No one knows what I'm gonna do.
yeah, it's sort of hard to exactly say.
I'm a
So,
wild card.
um, yeah, yeah, exactly. So like for example, like wait a minute, what? I just want to quickly say I actually spelt this. I spelt Yogamonyo here as
I did
Yoga no Abti.
see, I saw that right, and I started preempting the editing of this video, and I did wonder whether he was going through a rebrand that I didn't know about. So I just changed it back to Yoga Monyo because I didn't trust it.
Yoga Yoga no Abti. Anyway, we're not at that yet. Next up is, do you want to read it, or do you have it, or do you want me to read it for
Let
you?
me get it. Sorry, I thought it was all you. I was going to pretend I had no idea what was happening.
Okay,
Anyway,
back and forth.
we've got we've got Group Bonotto, aka Group Bandito. At the number one, at the top, we've got Yes Wally One making his redemption
Yes,
tour.
Wally one. Mm-hmm.
We've
Back and better
got
than ever.
Mr. Connor David. We've got Mr. Nintendo Gen 64.
Yes,
And we've got Frequexy.
frequency.
Frequexy.
That's right. Frequency, but with a freck. That's right.
Frequexy.
The talented musician herself. This is huge. This is another great group. So we have a Connor David and Nintendo Gen 64 rematch. We have Nintendo Gen 64 against Wally, which should be fantastic. We have, I believe, Wally and David. Sorry, Connor, David, David, yeah, Mr. David.
David
We have
Danielson's
Connor.
back.
Let's see, yeah, David Van Danielson. Connor and Yes Wally faced each other in another tournament. I think it was Dragon Racing World Cup back in the day. So that was interesting. I believe it was like pretty late on. And Frequexy is from Wampa slash KSC, and she's making a debut in the ISGP series of tournaments. So I think that's very exciting to see her
So
in
it
here,
seems
and
that we're
let's see how it
keeping on
goes.
brand with Group B being hard group.
This is a pretty hard group. I really do think so. I personally, to jump slightly ahead here, I feel like Angus and I's skill has definitely dropped over the years. Like we're not as sharp
Hot
as we
take.
once were. So it looks like it's like, oh, you think, oh yeah, it's a really tough group. But I think that Angus and I could go 0-3. So we'll see that. Up next is Group Castagnoli, which is an Italian sounding name, isn't it? It's yeah,
We love
Castagnoli.
Saudi
Uh,
names.
Claude, what do you say?
He said Saudi.
No, Italian. Saudi.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking.
You said
That's not.
Italian Saudi names. And I was like,
No,
we love Saudi.
sounding.
No, it sounded like Saudi.
Okay. Saudi names. Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a Mohammed bin Salman group, and we have here Yoga no Abti. How should I say Yoga Mono? We have Yoga Mono, Dancer, Fanta. We have Dun T making their debut. Very excited to see Dun T here. And finally, Lucas Bolton. Huge.
Solid. Absolutely
Yeah,
solid. Coco, what do you think?
another
Team
great group.
Coco. She doesn't care, but I do.
She doesn't give absolute
Yeah,
solitary fuck about group
she did last
Castagnoli,
time I
sadly,
acknowledged
which
her.
is a
But
shame, a shame. More people should care. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one as well, because Lucas. The thing is, I don't know where Lucas stands with Spyro at the moment, so it's one of those ones where I feel like he could really be pretty good at this point. I haven't seen him play 1 or 3 in ages, so we'll see how that goes. But very excited to see that one. That could be another tough group. And Dundee improved exponentially over the period of time with the throwback series. So very excited to
I
see
believe
that
that
one.
sentiment kind of exists for everyone at this point now that we've opened it up for every Spyro game known to mankind.
Pretty
Because
much,
you
exactly.
could be good at 3, but you could
Could
be
be
an
good at the
absolute
Spyro Legacy.
dud in your flop era and Into the Dragonfly.
I think most people are, but yeah,
Unless you're Wally.
except for Wally. except for Wally. All right, up next, Group Derby.
Mm-hmm. Group Derby consists of Mr. Daniel Davidson, starting right at the top, followed by Mr. Dr. Monkey Man.
Not
I'm
every
excited to
person is
see
a
that
mister.
one.
They could be a master. They
Followed
could
by
be, in
Master
fact,
Jake Steele.
okay, I think Jake is a master, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, under 18. We've got our first under 18. I'm kidding. And then we've got TK Hub World. Now, there was a
That's
debate
right.
the other day on the ownership of TK,
That's right. Well,
but
TK is a it's two initials.
no one owns
You
the
know,
letters.
that's right. No one owns it. However, maybe after this tournament, there will be a fight for it. I know that TK, Adam TK, TK Gladiator, he wants to be TK. He wants to be TK. But you know what? I haven't heard from TK Hubworld. Haven't heard his comments yet. He could very much feel like he's owed the term or the nickname TK. So it could be a battle for the TKs. Hopefully, later down the track, that'll be exciting. But yeah, this is a group that is, again, Jake Steele, unproven, but very, very good in the throwback series. So I think this could go either way. I think Daniel Davidson is, tremendous at the top there. So I think that he is going to really do well. I think he could really thrive this tournament again, and hopefully, in his case, go for his win, go for a win,
Unless you
this
choose
time.
non 1, 2, 3 related games.
That's right. However, if people don't want to do them, they don't have to. So the compulsory games are 1, 2, and 3. So it's sort of like you can't force someone to agree to a game that you
Yeah.
don't want to do.
Oh, damn.
Well, then. Up next is Group Eddie, Kingston. We have representing Ireland and Italy. We have Antonio Curtis. We have Cola Pro from Wampa. We have King Pez, also representing Wampa. And we have Fromond. So this is a big one. This is an exciting group here. Two representatives from Wampa. King Pez actually grew up watching Al's videos a decade ago, which is a very small world. So probably saw, some other guys' videos around this community as well. Cola Pro coming into it. He's in with a big shot, I think. I think Cola Pro, we probably almost underrated him by having him second spot in that group. Realistically, I think he could probably be in the top spot, but there's too many spots. So we thought let's put those two together. Let's see how King Pez and Fromon go. Could be very exciting.
2 Aussies. Gonna
Yeah,
duke it
another
out.
two Aussies, two Aussies, a Serbian, and an Irishman walk into a bar.
And what happens?
Oh, I don't know. No, I just walked in. They didn't really. They
Have
just
a
had a
cold
drink.
one.
Yeah,
Have a
there's
cold
no
one with the
joke.
boys.
Yeah.
We love to see
Up
it.
next. Up next.
Up next, we have Group Phoenix. After our good friend,
Ray
Mr.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Starting
No,
at the
he's not a
top,
mister. He's not a mister.
Senor Phoenix.
That's right.
Starting at the top, Muddy Maestro. We've got Dark Lizard. We've got Ben BXM.
That's
And we've
right.
got Bobbled Ink.
This is a big one. This is a big group, a very big group looking at this because Muddy, he's a multi-time champion in ISGP. He's a tremendous competitor, but Dark Lizard from KSC is also quite good and has, improved. Again, another guy that's sort of improved over the years, so I've been told and so I've seen. I had a match against them, the Coliseans at Forbidden Door, ISGP X KSC, and let's just say they whipped Death Triangle, and Dark Lizard was a huge part of that. On the same token, the MBXM, another throwback series competitor, absolutely done an amazing job. So it's really tough there. And then Bobbledink, someone that's improved a lot since his first arrival back in Spyro Speedrunners Cup 2021. So it's going to be a real big one, and Bobbledink, of course, representing Square to Charge community. So we've got a few different communities represented here, which is very exciting. I think that again, this is a group that I could see all four of them going through. If they get the right luck and do the right games. So
100%. It's going to be an interesting watch.
then we have Group Guevara, Sammy Guevara. We have Skater at the top of the group here. Skater 6453, which is just another guy that's just improved crazy amount in the last year or so, just insane amount. Then we have the unproven, but from what we saw, unbelievably talented Forlo, who really this could be Forlo could just sweep everything at this
Wild
point. We
card.
don't know. We know they're very good at Spyro 1. Don't know about the others yet. But yeah, very, very exciting there. I am very much looking forward to seeing how that goes. Gentle Toradon, Oathsworn, Gaz, Garion, and Logie Bear. So that's very exciting. I love that username, Yogi Bear. Logie Bear, not Yogi. Logie Bear. Rhymes with Yogi Bear. Awesome.
It
Cannot
does.
wait. Cannot wait to see how they go. I think that this could be another group where it's like, you could get if Garion gets you at a weird game, Garion could
Oh,
sweep.
you're done. You're done.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And I
who's gonna
encourage
say no to Garion?
Skater probably, but
Skater.
the
Yeah.
other two, mate. Yeah,
Skater would do whatever Garion
Skater's
wants.
too easy
Anyone
going.
would do whatever Garion wants.
Skater would cost himself. Skater would cost himself for Garion, but
100%.
hopefully it's still
We
gonna be
would all
fun.
die for Gaz.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we've got Group Hangman.
That's right.
Starting
Group
at the
Hangman.
top.
Fuck CM Punk. Fucking empty-headed dipshit dumb fuck CM Punk. Hangman for life. If you're not a Hangman fan, you're dead to me. Anyway, that's why I called it Group Hangman, and I'm so glad to be representing this fucking group. My boys.
Anyway, we've got Adam Hangman TK. We've got
No,
Dessert
he's not
Monkey
Hangman. He
JK.
doesn't have the Hangman energy. No.
Okay, no Hangman energy.
No,
Sorry,
no.
Adam TK.
He's
You've been
more tribal. He's more tribal chief. He's more tribal chief.
Okay. Dessert Monkey JK. Crystal Fisher. And someone who definitely has Hangman energy. James Hangman Jones.
James Hangman Jones.
James Hangman Jones. I'm excited. I love any group that James Jones is in.
That's right. This is a big one because we've all got history here. This is a real historic kind of group. Like I've faced Adam, TK. I've faced Dessert. I've faced James. Obviously, I don't think James and TK have only ever faced off in the Forbidden Door match. So that's fun. Dessert Monkey and I'm trying to think if Dessert Monkey and James have faced off. I feel like that hasn't happened. I feel like that might actually not have
Could
happened.
it have happened in the OG times?
Could have happened years ago, but yeah, I don't.
Someone check the wiki
Oh,
and let
hold
us
up.
know in the comments.
Could it? I
Thanks
think
below.
I think it might have happened in Group B of ISGP 1. Actually, I think that's actually where it would have happened because I think they were both in Group B because Dessert Monkey did pretty poorly in that tournament, and then the next tournament he got a clean sweep for round 1. So I remember that was like crazy. So yeah,
Someone
I think
let
that
us
was
know if
exactly
we're
what's happened.
correct down below. Thank you.
I think I'm fairly confident I'm correct. Love Group Hangman. Love Hangman Adam Page. Throw all your love out to Hangman Adam Page because he's getting absolutely obliterated in the pathetic wrestling media at the moment. I'm very passionate about this. If you go look up Hangman on Instagram, Hangman Adam Page, just leave him a love comment. Just say, I love you, man. I love you.
Don't just search Hangman.
Yeah, just type it Hangman Adam Page. Say, I love you, Hangman, because he's getting a lot of abuse at the moment. So, yeah, shout out Hangman, Group H. It's great. These are great groups. I think they're just really, I wouldn't change a thing. I think they're fairly balanced. I think that, you can always balance them even more, but, there's always going to be some level of curation that we want to try and make it mix of entertaining and also, fair. I think they're pretty fair, I think.
Something that we're definitely going to be asked at some point, is it going to be 4 go through?
Absolutely
4
not.
go through.
Only 2. 2 go through, 2 are out. However, maybe we'll organize something with the eliminated people down the track for something else, for some other kind of thing. If we ever bring back a title or we ever want to do a consolation prize or consolation league, something like that, like I was gonna say best of the worst, but it's not worst. That's very rude. Definitely not worst. Best of the rest. Best of the rest, I think, is
the flop
thing.
errors.
Pest of the West, a SpongeBob episode. Or in the West, I think it is.
What season?
Anyway, would be season 6, I believe. Let me have a look. Pest of the West. I bet you it is season 6. I think it is. Let's see. If I'm wrong, I'll be very upset. Okay, it's season 5. Fuck. Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
Oh no. Season 6? I thought it was season
Flop
6.
error.
Yeah, okay. Hmm. Well, the season ended with Goo Goo. Okay, anyway. Yeah, good. SpongeBob. It's still good back then, but yeah. Anyway, 2008. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, wait,
Is
no, we
there
got anything
anything
more to say?
else?
I'm trying to
Is
think.
there...
Is there
So
anything
we've got
else?
the groups, we've
Yeah.
got the rules, we've got how many people go through.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Um, I've got the Wiktionary up here looking at the definition of fail son because someone was talking about fail sons
Okay, well,
about like
finish us up with a definition of fail sons. Go on.
it says internet slang derogatory, an incompetent, unsuccessful middle class or upper class man who is protected from economic duress by his family's wealth or influence. So, like Kendall, for example, Roman Roy is a fail son from Succession.
Yeah. So that's actually what the title of the two that don't go through. It's group
Yeah,
fail sons.
you're a fail son. You're a fail son. Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
fail son tournament.
yeah. It says further reading, superfluous man. Um, it just takes you to a Wikipedia page, which is about the superfluous man is an 1840s and 1850s Russian literary concept derived from the Byronic hero, a person, an individual, perhaps talented and capable, who does not fit into social norms. In most cases, this person is born into wealth and privilege. Typical characteristics are disregarded for social values, cynicism, and existential boredom. Typical behaviors are drinking, gambling, romantic intrigues, and duels. He is often unmindful, indifferent, or unempathetic with society's issues and can carelessly distress others with his actions despite his positions of power. He will often use his power for his own comfort and security and will have very little interest in being charitable or using it for the greater good.
Well, I hope everyone's learnt something from this
You've
episode.
had you've had 3 nice little rants today.
Yeah.
Enjoy them.
Yeah.
Taylor King, Hangman Adam Page, and CM Punk, and a
Yep.
superfluous man slash fail son. So
Yeah.
I'm on my peak today.
Any
Thank you.
final words?
No, no, that's it. They couldn't possibly talk any longer.
Okay, good. Anyway, goodbye. Thanks for watching. See ya. Adios.